So this is like the 4th or 5th take I've done tonight trying to get this going. It's been a minute since I fully sat down and recorded something for Trouge Stash, and I'm already kind of tired. It's already almost 11 my time, but I want to do my best in order to help new creators get into the Twitch streaming space here. And I've been a streamer on Twitch since 2021, 2022, around there was when I really started to like primarily start doing Twitch content. And after those years, I've learned that Twitch is like big old community, and getting your foot through the door is way easier than getting your foot through the door with something like YouTube, especially with live streaming being a little bit better and easier to make content about. And so, personally speaking, this is how I have everything set up for OBS and how you can become a Twitch streamer. And this is primarily for my friends who are in the VTuber and Pngtuber space, because those are some of the people that have came up to me asking how do I do this. And so this should be interesting, this should be fun. I will do my best to show off everything I know how, but I won't go super in-depth with a ton of stuff right now, but I want to go into in-depth with the basics. I want to get you guys started with the easy stuff. So first and foremost, I am currently in a black screen at the moment because I don't have my display capture on. So display capture is something that I wouldn't recommend you guys using all too much, but if you're doing something like drawing or doing something of that caliber, display capture is an easy way to capture it, especially if you only have like one monitor. I highly advise not doing it because you have to like deal with so much stuff on one monitor. It very much looks very like weird, but you could of course change the display capture so it's not fully full screen. You can change it so it's a little bit smaller and everything like that. But basically, this is generally how the main setup is right now. So I already have my alerts and my chat box already all set up. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go into the link down below. There's a website called streamlabs.com. And on streamlabs.com, you will have the alert boxes and the chat boxes. Basically, they both act very similar in that you can go and copy the links, which you cannot share with anybody. You copy the links here, and you basically share them with the browser sources. To get to the browser source, you just hit the little plus and go to us as browser, type in chat or whatever, and you paste it in here. It's relatively simple to do that, which I realize it's probably, you guys probably didn't see that, so let me do something real quick. So let me go do that one more time. So you're going to go to the browser source, you're going to go right here, type in whatever you need, and then right here you're going to paste basically the URL of the Twitch chat and the alert box. And that's how you get those alerts set up. Now, if you're having like a game or something like that, I do highly recommend having the game a little smaller so that you can obviously like put the alert boxes and test boxes. Like, if you haven't seen any of my streams, I'll put up a little B-roll right here. This is kind of how I have my type of setup is. But of course you have like someone like Luna, which has a different setup than me, but their setup is a little bit more cleaner than mine is, but it still gets the job done. And so yeah, that's kind of very easy to get that stuff set up. So when we go back here, let me get rid of the browser source. Let me make sure the video source is above that so you can see my face. And because I have these right here, there we go, I can actually undo that so I can go and test it. So one thing you want to do after you paste the chat especially is what you want to do is you want to go over to your stream manager, which is over on your creative dashboard or creator dashboard. So right here you can see I have my Twitch chat up and running. I can go like this as a test, and you don't have to be live in order to test. That's a big thing I've heard people say. You don't have to do a test stream in order to test the chats necessarily. You can just spam stuff in the chat and the chat will appear right there. And so you can make sure all that stuff is set up. There's not really too much stuff in terms of chat. You can change the different vibes of the chats and all that. But short and straight to the point, you can like add in like custom bad words so that if you don't want certain words being said, you can just blacklist them and get all that out of the way. But with that being said, that is pretty much the basics in terms of getting everything through the door. Now, if you want to get something like adding in gifts for followers and stuff like that, or different types of like vibes like that, you can go into the right here. You can find a file. You can go and drag it in. But you only have 1 GB of space unless if you want to pay for a subscription, which I've been using the same type of like. I haven't upgraded to a subscription since I started streaming back in 2019, and so since 2019 I haven't even upgraded it. Most of the URL stuff like this has, or most of the, like, not the URL, but most of the follower and subscriptions alerts have been moved from YouTube to here, and so it's been very much the same since the very beginning. Obviously with some slight changes here and there. But you can go and you can go wild and start editing stuff. Make sure to keep, if you're going to change the message, make sure you keep the name right here. Walk around the name like that, or else then Twitch won't think, basically Twitch won't see that as a like a name of the creator, of the person that followed you. So keep that in mind. Same thing goes for the subscriptions, the bits, the wades, the charity donations, anything that goes through Streamlabs, you can change right there. And that, of course, goes with the chat boxes as well. You can get different styles of chat boxes if you want to. Heck, you can even get so many other different like overlays and other things like that. And there's some really great ones here. Me personally, I never really vibed with a ton of the free ones, or some of these ones that like are over the top animated. These are really well made, but for me personally, I really like making my own types of starting soon screens, ending soon screens, but I know that not everyone has that skill set to make that, so these are definitely very perfect. Even the ones that do cost money, don't go even higher than like 30 bucks. Like, let me check here with Moon, and I'm probably gonna, yeah, select here and install. You can get that, and it has like a little like thumbnail and stuff like that with it. And so you can go and download that, and you should be able to install that straight through there. I wouldn't know how to necessarily do that with OBS in particular, but that is an option you can do right there. And so, yeah, there's different types of things you can do, but short and straight to the point, that's everything with Streamlabs. And now we are making our way to the to what I think is probably the scariest part of all this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously like adding in like the capture cards and the avatar for you guys. So if you have a capture card, I currently have one. It's a generic one. I got it off of, for my birthday, actually, now that I think about it. It was one of the older end ones, and so it wasn't really anything too crazy. But if you go to the right here, you actually go to video source. I'm going to actually call this HDMI. And then instead of showing my beautiful face right there, we're going to switch to the Nintendo Switch. I actually have my Nintendo Switch on from whenever I did my stream last. And right here, I gotta fix my camera again. It did this before. Simply fixing the camera, just deactivate and reactivate, and it should fix itself right there. But yes, now we have our Nintendo Switch way up. Now the proper layout, I'm actually going to go this, let me go close both of these. Now the proper layout, if you were to have a webcam, in my personal opinion, is having your camera down here, and then your alerts and your chat, like having your alerts up there and your Twitch chat up to the top left, and your alerts in the middle of your gameplay, so that you and your community can see it. So if I quickly reopen up the Streamlabs, because I had closed out Streamlabs whenever I was demonstrating, which is probably a bad idea, but let me go quickly reopen that up. Go to the alert box and go to tests. I want to test my followers.
I don't need a weapon.
So,
my friends are my power.
You can't see that because it's right there. There we go. So you can see that my a lot is over the gameplay, and it goes over there. So we're gonna check the subscription. So it's all going through just fine. It's super good. And then let's go and test the Twitch chat real quick. So we're gonna test, and you can test. And you can like move it to wherever you see fit, but if you have a face cam, this is probably the best way to do it, in my personal opinion. Occasionally, I'll have my chat be, or my video cam be at the top left, but definitely in the left of the screen, I personally like, and so there's that there. But now here comes the big one. What do I do if I'm a PNG tuber or someone that does PNG content, VTube content, all that? Well, basically for me, my best way of doing PNG content is that I use a program called Pngtuber. It is a fun little program that basically throws in any types of PNGs and basically makes them talk. So for this one, I got this actually made by VX10wick, a community member of my page, and I actually like the way it talks. So yeah, every time I talk, his mouth opens, he has like different animations that play. It's super very good. You have different types of emotes that happen. You have different types of little stuff from different button clicks. It's so good, and I actually really like it. Shoutouts to Tenwick again, because that is really cool. So now that we have all that stuff set up, how do we add it into our OBS scene? So basically, we're going to go right here. We're going to go over to Game Capture. We're going to call this PNG. And then we're going to hit where it says Specific Window. And we're going to hit Pngtuber Mini. And now we have our little avatar here. But there is a catch, because there is green screen. What am I supposed to do? Well, if you... I'm going to go quickly and move that right there. Well, if you go to right here where it says Filters, you will see right here that we have different types of filters for effects, if you want to add in effects, which is something we're going to do earlier, or if you want to add in something like a camera, you can add in like audio filters and kind of like clean up the audio a little bit. But for me, we have to go right here, and we gotta go to color key, and then we're going to turn up the color key just a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of fuzziness right there, especially because of some of the colors of my character. But you do that, and then you make him bigger. Just make sure he's just a little over like that. And there you go. Now you have yourself a PNG in your scene right here in your sources. It looks very nice. It looks very clean. Now, if you guys have been to any of my streams, you guys know that I have a video loop that plays at the start of every stream, as well as a video loop that plays at the end of every stream. Basically, those are just video files that you can go to by simply going into the media source. I know VLC media source is an option. I don't really mess with it all too much. Definitely media source is your best option to go and have something loop, like a video file. And so I do have that going for it. So if you guys have video files that need looping, that is your best way to go. I have also seen people do like images or like GIF files that like loop, and it looks really good. So you can do either of those. My best way to tell people to get started is whenever you do something like create your own starting and ending screens, is to be creative with it. Experiment with the program. I know that sounds like easier said than done, but don't rush the program. In the words of my favorite Pixar character, you can't rush art. So whenever it comes to this video editing in general, or not video editing, excuse me, just live streaming with OBS in general, this is your this is the easiest way you can make it done. And you can even kind of just use this as a basis. So like if you don't really want an end card screen, if you don't really want to mess with anything, and you kind of just want to jump straight into the action as soon as you hit the start streaming button, this is a good way to do it. And that also brings me to my last point, how to sync up your Twitch to OBS. And this right here is a little sticky for me to show everything, but basically as soon as you go into here, you're going to hit, well, it says stream right here. and your services are Twitch, and you can even set up so it's automatic, and you just basically fill in your information, and then it will appear originally if you want some of these. I guess it will it be under help or will it be under tools? I think it will be under. Let me double check. Oh, docs, there it is. So docs, you'll see like the Twitch chat right here. You'll see the stream information. You can kind of turn these stuff on and like move it around and stuff like that. I personally don't like having it all right here. There's certain situations where it is like nice to have both the stream information and the oh gosh, the stream information and the chat open with OBS, but personally speaking, I don't really vibe with it. But of course, to each their own. If this actually does help you, then that is really cool. But I don't really like having these up on the main OBS screen. I like actually seeing the web page open like that, because that helps me know that not only the stream is going, but also just it's kind of like it's a reassurance that if I know that like my Wi-Fi is failing, I can make sure it says like connecting to chat and everything. It's the small things. But that's pretty much it. That is how you get started with being a content creator. I have to re-add my I have to re-add my camera again, so give me one moment as I do so. Let me go like so. There we go. And so that's how you become a Twitch streamer from the PNG side of things, the VTuber side of things. I really hope this helps somebody out. Again, I apologize. It is very much uncut. It's very much like not very much scripted and stuff like that, but I wanted to make it super easy for people that didn't know how to do this, and this is a fun hobby of mine. I love live streaming. What honestly is what cures a lot of the stress and anxiety that I typically have, and the friends that I've made through doing this, I will not exchange it for the world. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night, and as always, keep gaming.